Welcome back to the e-Scholars. Let us continue with the second part of the chapter and start with the topic the caste system or the Varna system. It was during the Vedic age that the caste system was born. During this period, people were divided into four groups called the Varnas. The four sections of the society, from the highest to the lowest, were the Brahmins, then the Kshatriyas, then the Vaishyas, and last were the Shudras. The priests who looked after the religious matters and recited prayers were the Brahmins, and in the second place were the rulers and the warriors, also known as Kshatriyas. They were expected to fight battles and protect people. And in the third place were the Vaishyas, mainly the farmers, herders, craftsmen, and traders. And last were the Shudras. Those who worked for others were the Shudras. The Dasas and slaves were also considered Shudras. Both the Kshatriyas and the Vaishyas were allowed to perform religious rituals and yagyas, but the Shudras were not allowed to study the Vedas, nor were they allowed to perform any religious rituals. By the end of the later Vedic period, the caste system had become hereditary and rigid. It meant that a son had to carry on his father's profession. For instance, if a father was a craftsperson, then a son too had to carry on that profession, and a change of profession was condemned. If one's mother and father were Brahmins, then one would automatically become a Brahmin, and so on. The caste system or the Varna system was opposed by many, and many people condemned the practice of caste system. They felt that the birth could not be a basis for deciding which Varna people belonged to. Besides, some even felt that there should be no differences amongst people based on occupation and that everyone should be allowed to perform the religious ritual. Now let us recap what we have learned so far. The later Vedic age was known as the Iron Age. The later Vedic age was known as the Iron Age because the Aryans learnt the use of iron and started using iron tools during this period. The use of iron tools enabled them to clear the thick, dense jungles of the Gangetic plain, and they started moving eastwards to Kurukshetra and Hastinapur on the banks of the river Yamuna, and eventually they spread along the northern Gangetic plain. They rapidly started expanding their territories eastwards, and many settlements came up in eastern Uttar Pradesh and northern Bihar. So the Aryans started moving eastwards, that is to Kurukshetra and Hastinapur on the banks of the river Yamuna. They started expanding their territories eastwards, and many settlements came up in eastern Uttar Pradesh and northern Bihar. And many settlements came up in eastern Uttar Pradesh and northern Bihar. Thus, we can say that the small tribes of the earlier period gave way to large kingdoms. Tribal kingdoms now grew in size and came to be called Janapadas. The word Janapada literally means where the Jana or the people or the tribe set foot. So the tribal kingdoms which grew in size came to be called Janapadas. And the knowledge about the Janapadas has been derived from the literary sources such as Vedic and Buddhist texts. The archaeologists have excavated a number of settlements in these Janapadas, such as Purana Killa in Delhi, Hastinapur, and Ataranjikera in Uttar Pradesh. They found that people lived in huts and kept cattle as well as other animals, and they grew a variety of crops such as wheat, barley, rice, pulses, sugarcane, sesame, and mustard. They even found the remains of two types of pottery. One was the painted greyware, a type of grey pottery with painted designs, usually simple lines and geometric patterns, and the other was the red pottery, which suggests that the pottery making was one of the important occupations of the Aryan people. Now let us learn more about the Janapadas. There were two types of Janapadas, republics and monarchies. Let us understand the difference between a republican Janapada and a monarchical Janapada. The republican Janapadas were those Janapadas which were ruled by the elected or the chosen ruler or rulers, whereas the monarchical Janapadas were ruled by the single hereditary ruler. So, in the Republican Janapada, the ruler or the rulers were chosen by the people, and in the monarchical Janapada, there was a single hereditary ruler. That means that the kingship was hereditary. Kingship was hereditary. It meant that no one else but the king's son was the successor to the throne. No one else but the king's son would succeed the throne. The Janapada of Vaji in the northern Bihar was a republic, whereas Magadha in southern Bihar was a monarchy. Some Janapadas gained control over large areas and came to be called Mahajanapadas. The larger and more powerful Janapadas were known as Mahajanapadas. The larger and more powerful Janapadas were known as Mahajanapadas. There were altogether 16 Mahajanapadas: Kashi, Kosala, Anga, Magadha, Vaji, Vriji, Malla, Chedi, Vatsa, Kuru, Panchala, Matsya, Surasena, Asaka, Avanti, Gandhara, and Kamboja. All these Mahajanapadas stretched across the Indo-Gangetic plains from present-day Afghanistan, Punjab in Pakistan, as well as in India and the fringes of western Uttar Pradesh. Amongst these, the most important Mahajanapadas were Kosala, Vatsa, Magadha, Vaji, and Avanti. There were frequent wars among the Mahajanapadas. Ultimately, Magadha emerged as the major power.